Now, today we'll be debating the question that has furrowed the minds of many high school students nowadays as they fill out application after application. Is college even worth it?
Well, college isn't about education anymore. College is about getting a job.
College isn't necessarily about getting a job. When you go to college, you can figure out who you are, you can find you networking, you can create an amazing group of friends that will follow you for the rest of your life. And the networks can completely change your life in terms of jobs that you get.
But in general, the main reason people go to college is so that they can get a job and be successful. That's their ultimate goal.
The unemployment rate for bachelors between 25 and 34 as of 2013 was a mere 3%. So most people coming out of college with a college degree in their specific field are getting diplomas and jobs. And these jobs have the financial security that will eventually override that economic debt that college caused. But with a secure job and the whole experience in itself, it seems more worth it to go to college than it would to not.
Well, what you're saying is that education is important, which I absolutely agree, but college isn't worth it because although college is a way of getting an education, it also is a way of putting people in debt and makes our whole society weaker. All the money you pay versus the outcome.
How are you going to get the education without going to college? How are you going to get more than 13 years education without going to college?
True. It's a good experience, but why does it cost so much? And especially now it's available to most people, but as it gets more expensive and the amount of education becomes higher, in the future, how is it going to work? I mean, there's other ways to do things. You don't have to go to college to be happy, really.
I agree that it does seem like a set path and like that going to college is going to result in, everlasting happiness and contentment. And I agree that it isn't necessarily for everyone, but at the same time, I think it's a beneficial experience. I mean, it is a beneficial experience for most of the people who go. Overall, I mean, even though there has to be someone who does the trade jobs, if you're considering whether or not to go to college, it seems inevitable that you should. It seems inherent that you should keep going, that you should keep being determined and working hard in improving your education and quality of life.
So you agree that hard work and dedication is more important than a college degree? Or
people who work hard and people who are dedicated tend to go to college. That's just why, I mean, when you're debating whether or not you should go to college, someone who is a hard worker and who is educated, hard worker and is determined, tends to think that it's the best option for them, that this is going to be the best set of tools that they're going to get over the next 4 years rather than getting a trade job or working their way up from the bottom, because you can get a jump start. And I would agree that hard work and dedication may be more important than the education you get out of college, because you can work yourself up, but you would have to have a lot more hard work and dedication than even almost conceivable to work from the very bottom to the very top. It just requires a continuous drive. Like, you get your job and eventually, you're working hard and you're showing exemplary experience, and you eventually get to the, initial state of that Yale student, and you usually surpass them. College is kind of, I wouldn't call it a shortcut, but it's a way to get there, and the way it takes you can completely help how you see yourself, how you see others, and how you see the world. It can change you.
although college is a good experience, in the end it's just the same as getting no college degree or getting a public versus private. It all results in pretty much the same thing if you have hard work and dedication. So, do what you want.
So you're gonna go to college?
Oh, absolutely.